Wow. All right. What should you be looking for in a management company, somebody to help you with the business side of practice? And what's kind of the criteria? What would it be? Well, I guess I think that the most important thing for you to look for is the long parade of success stories, really. I mean, I think a lot of times you're listening to a person who's done it once. You're listening to a person who has won. You're listening to a person who's only done it a couple of years or 3 years. And then sometimes they're telling you stuff to do and they haven't even. They haven't seen it happen. And so then before you know it, I find that most students don't even know what the success story is of this company or this person, and it's usually a person now instead of a company. A lot of times it's just this person who says, I did this type of thing. Well, that took place in one city or one town in one state, and how do you know what really all the factors were in that one? You want to know something that's going to work wherever you go. You want to know something that works in every state. You want to know that it works for every kind of person, that it works for every age, that it works for every personality. You need a business system, and you need to know that that business system works rather than I did this, and because I did this, and wow, I've been in practice for 4 years, and we're really hey, that's really cool, and of course. It's really great if they dress neat, it's really great if they're cool people, and I like all the personalities, but that won't pay the bills. What you've got to have is a system that's going to work for you, and you know it because, man, look at all the people. Now, that's why I like for you to get to know us. I don't tell you what you should do. I tell you, well, just get to know us and look at all the people and look at all where it happens and look at all the age groups and look at all the states and look at all the cities and look at all the towns. I think that you don't look at that enough. And then once you see that, I guess I would also avoid, now that you're talking about it, it's kind of a big subject, don't do percentages. Percentages is a trick. It's a trick against you because it'll cause you to pay a whole lot more than you would ever pay if it was just a fee. Avoid things like when you see lots of partnerships, they've partnered with this person and partners with that one, and you go to their conference and it has all kinds of different people there with all kinds of different arrangements. And see, if you're getting into partners, here's the problem with the partnerships, and here's the problem with that kind of thing is that they're not going to recommend based on what's best for you. They get a cut with each one of these, quote, partnerships. So they're going to say, yeah, you need to do this and you need to do that. Well, how come? Because they get 30%. That's how come. And so that's why, for instance, at ours, we don't have vendors there. And if we do have somebody that we say, you should look at this, you should buy this, or you should do that, you will find that we get nothing. We are not partnered with them. We do not make financial arrangements with them. I want it to be a sincere recommendation to you and not something that is part of my way to make money. And that's what those things are. And so I would be careful about what the arrangements are. I would also be careful with things like, weight loss deals and things. Wow, lose 60 pounds in 60 days, stuff like this. I mean, come on. The deal is, same thing's true with practice. It's going to take time, for you to be a success. And you don't want to do something that they just say you're going to be this humongous thing in 60 days and all that. No, you're not. Something's wrong. You have to realize that for somebody to be legitimate, they know what it takes to be legitimate. And we want legitimate success. And so if I were looking at things, I would be wary of a lot of those claims and a lot of those things. We have a lot of success stories, but hey, I want you to see the long run. We have a lot of success stories over a lot of time, and I think that those are the things. With every one of these deals, I'll think of 10 other things after I finish, But, I mean, that's the stuff that comes to my mind just right this second.